Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Today I've got an extension. It's an auger bit extension, which is kind of a unique thing. Not everybody has one of these. Actually, probably most people don't even want one. But I do, and I have one. But it's a little bit gummy. So I'm going to take it apart and show you how it comes apart, what I had to do to clean it to make it work, which I think really that's all it needs, is it's got dirt in it. So we're going to open up this extension and take a look at what's inside. The way this one works, it has a collar that slides back and forth, and this threaded nut moves back and forth on the shaft and slides this collar up and down. Now, it's not supposed to be this stiff, but that's the way it is. It's full of dirt, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to get some mechanical assistance. Then I can do this. Yep. Run that nut down all the way. There. Completely off the thread. Oh, that thread is dirty. Lots of gunk in it. Happens when you have something sitting around in an old toolbox for a number of years. Let's see, these. They come right out. Wipe the dirt off of those. Got a lot of rust on them. That's the part that collar slides up and down on. So I bet if these are rusty and the inside of this tube is rusty, the two of them together don't want to slide too well, and that makes it work hard. So I'm going to sand this down and smooth that up too. See if I can't get inside that tube and clean that up a bit. Now, I could run this over the wire brush, but I found if I do power tools right in the beginning, chances are I'm going to miss something as I go along. Maybe there's a reason for a certain surface to be rough. Maybe there's some numbers stamped in there that the wire brush will just take off because it's too aggressive. And I can always go over to the wire brush once I've discovered what the thing actually looks like. I don't see anything of importance on the outside surface of this thing. Nope. I think it's okay to run those across the wire brush. over these threads by hand. A wire brush can take the edges right off the threads. This little hand wire brush, especially with the fine wires that it's got, is really not going to damage the part. It's a whole lot better to take a little more time now and do a good job than to use the power tools and butcher it. Just as I thought, that's not going to ever come off of there. This part evidently was forged onto the shank after the nut was put on it, because the nut won't slip over it. That's okay, it won't hurt anything. Put some mineral spirits in my tray. I wear rubber gloves when I use mineral spirits. The reason being, it causes my hands to dry out. And having your fingers all chewed up and split is a poor way to go through life. Little dental picks are kind of handy. It used to be you couldn't buy these anywhere because nobody had them. Well, they started making them over in China, and pretty soon people had them coming out their ears. Now I find them at garage sales and junkyards and all kinds of places. And I also find them at a place called Shipshewana on the road. There's a little town called Shipshewana, which is just across the Indiana-Michigan border, that is famous for having antique stores and little shops and an auction. At the auction, they also have a flea market. And that flea market is cool because people from all over Indiana, Michigan and Ohio actually, all three states, go down there and buy stuff. Well, I think the vendors at the Shipshewana places figured out that people really liked their stuff and that they could sell more stuff if they went to where the people were. So they invented Shipshewana on the road, and it goes to the place that I go to, which is in Battle Creek, the Battle Creek's Kellogg Arena, and they have flea markets there. And I usually go over there and I'll buy, maybe 3 or 4 things anyways. I seldom buy stuff new. I try and buy everything used if I can. But they have really inexpensive stuff. And some of it's kind of flea market-y. You know, it's used and abused and lower priced. That's right where I like to live. Okay, I think I'm going to take the outside of this barrel over to the to the wire wheel and take off that, some people call it patina. I call it crap. It's rust on the outside of the thing. I'm not going to damage it. I try not to destroy anything. Look at that, there's a name on this thing. It's a Miller's Falls number 35. Made in Miller's Falls, Massachusetts. Patent applied for, made in USA. That's cool. Actually has a name on it.